just before the game. Carolina won the toss. Will defer to getting the football into the second half. And that one is through the back of the end zone. Went around and handed to Rodgers. And he spins out of trouble in a big-time carry on the first play from scrimmage. That'll be a gain of 15. Atlanta was used regularly as a pass-catching running back. And that one sails high on the first throw by Winston. Empty backfield on a second down and 10. And in and out of the hands of Russell Shepard. There early. Buccaneers have been very good on third down. The sixth best team in the NFL, but not on third down, or will they? How about Winston? He delivers to Humphries. And that is indeed a first down on 3rd and 10. Out of the I formation, Rodgers spun down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. Love on the stop.
He's not Luke Kuechly, but he has the speed to emulate it.
Take it one way, Winston rolls the other. He'll hang on to it and will slide down for another first down to the 16. Carry for Winston, it's first down. Rodgers trying to cut it back to the inside, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Second down.
A little bit of field to do so.
Second down, good protection. And Winston again to Humphries. He's to the 15-yard line. It brings up third down. You need a
weapon for them in the red zone.
Third down, 7. And a little too tall on the pass attempt to Shepard in the end zone. Aguayo, a second-round pick out of Florida State, started slowly, is really coming on strong. And the field goal try.
Birkenstock's person you put on a pair of socks with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, you know, when it gets cold like that.
I thought they do that in Colorado. That one hit through the back of the end zone. And
anything under 70 here, Tom. It's on his chest. That's what they need today.
He'll come out throwing, and a bullet on a first down to his favorite target again this season, the 4-time Pro Bowl tight end Greg Olsen.
He needs to evolve.
This is Ted Ginn Jr. Tremendous speed, and he crosses midfield. That's another big pickup on first down. Long throw, and again it's Ted Ginn Jr. after a 17-yard run. This catch puts him inside the 25.
For Ted Ginn Jr.
First carry for Jonathan Stewart, and a big one. He's just tripped up by Keith Tandy to the 10-yard line. This has been the hurry-up offense this entire drive, and what a drive it has been. Inside the 5 at Stewart, and that pile has shoved him down to the 3.
With it today.
Back in the hands of Stewart, sniffing the end zone, and he will get there. It's a touchdown in Carolina.
Play. That's a backside lineman pulling with a lead fullback, and if you don't meet that at or behind the line of scrimmage, you have too many people.
The defense coordinator said they've got to meet the power runs with conviction today.
Graham Gano with a point after.
Done and played with a little better tempo than what we've seen this year.
They played with anger and attitude. We've been waiting to see that from this team, and they've established a physical front up front and let them know that even though it's week 17, we're not going anywhere.
No score in the Cowboys and Eagles. Jaguars lead the Colts. First down. Catch made by Humphries. That'll be a gain of 6. Happy New Year to you as well. Give it to Rodgers. He'll be a busy man today. And when you run like this, you should be busy. Rodgers inside the 45 and dropped to the 43.
Center. Outstanding effort.
Rodgers with his 5th carry, and already he is up to 45 rushing yards on the afternoon following that 27-yard run a moment ago.
He gets a quick breather.
Peyton Barber checks in the backfield. They fake the pitch to him, and wide open, but a drop by Mike Evans. Winston on a 3rd and 10, and the ball's tipped into the air, and it's dropped, nearly intercepted by Davis. again a fair catch at the 8-yard line. Went 75 yards for a touchdown their first possession. And that'll be a gain of 1 for Jonathan Stewart. He's out with an injured elbow. Stewart again, and wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Keith Tandy. Candy's come a long way this year. Had a couple of game-sealing interceptions. And now third down, Newton into traffic. How in the world did he thread the needle there to Brenton Burson for a first down to the 19? Set up the screen to Stewart. Adam Norwell out in front, and that'll be a gain of maybe 7, closer to 6. Tandy again on the stop. And then a week later against New Orleans, we were here for that. Bozzie Whitaker on a second down carry. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Third down again coming up. Newton figures to throw at 3rd and 3. He's 4 of 4 in the game, and that one thrown behind the open Burson. That should have been, with an accurate throw, a first down. That's 6 games. That number drops all the way down to 45%. We had the one big game against Washington, but outside of that, it's been a quiet month and a half. This is Adam Humphries. Flag down, and he is dropped at the 45-yard line, but we'll see if it stands.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team, 10-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
22.
Blown dead before it ever got started. Looked like Pam
Number
Field.
64,
Yep.
offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's in front of Carolina.
Oh, batted in the air. What an acrobatic play that is by Bradbury along the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds, it looks like. So inside the red zone after the takeaway, and Newton is dropped, slammed to the deck. Back at the 30-yard line. Play clock just about to expire. They get it off. Good protection this time. And now Newton looking into the end zone, throws it up for grabs, and a penalty flag comes flying in.
Pass interference, number 88, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So that goes
The defensive back running your route, and that could be called interference, and there's nothing in the play.
handed off to Stewart on second down. This drive began after the interception by Bradbury. Just inside the 17-yard line. Coach again in the National Football League. Ted Ginn is dropped to the 27. Mike. And that one is no good. That's back of the woods. So first down carry for Rodgers. And that will be the final play of the opening quarter drive. They were unable to score after a takeaway following the Bradbury interception. And that's the first catch of the game by Mike Evans.
He likes to run deeper downfield.
Winston, great protection, and again into the hands of Evans, who has a chance with a big game today.
That's something Mike Evans continues to work on, yards after catch.
We're going to go all the way back to Mark Carrier in the 1989 season. He had 1,422 receiving yards.
Hard to cover.
Play action. Winston steps up. Escapes trouble from Mario Addison, and then is caught from behind, and the ball is stripped away. Wes Horton had one of those 2 weeks ago in the win over Washington. Bradbury had a couple of penalties and then missed a 46-yard field goal try, and that's Jonathan Stewart. Second down and 8. Pump fake one way, come back the other way, and it's too high for Ted Ginn Jr. Third down coming up for the Panthers. Third down, and Newton is sacked by Ayers all the way back to the 21-yard line.
The delayed guy coming in and wreaking havoc against the Panthers offensive line.
This is Humphries, and a fair catch. Jaquiz Rodgers, they fake it to him. Winston looking around and just throws it away.
Man, so you always want to watch the quarterback center exchange, which was solid there.
Rodgers is, of course, playing for Doug Martin. That was one of the biggest stories.
You know, Dirk Cutter really trusts Jaquiz Rodgers, and what he does, it's going to be tough for Doug Martin.
Here's another pass that seemed to sail on Winston.
At that position, sign a waiver if you have to.
Yeah, because right now, as you pointed out,
Number 46, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Walk through more of that.
because I want to get better and spend time with my coach. Why do I have to stay away from him? And that's probably what Dirk Cutter would love to have happen with him and Jameis Winston this offseason.
Again, handles the one hopper, momentarily bobbling. Carolina touchdown, and despite 2 defensive takeaways, no points off those takeaways for the Panthers. Second carry of the game. Stewart on the 2nd down and 3, picked up perhaps a half yard.
Look at that big split Norwell has. Left guard. They're running the power.
And of course they run it, but he wisely dives forward after getting the 1st down. And fellas, you know,
To evolve and improve his game.
Ball out of his hands quicker too, the target's downfield.
Like that.
and that is Ginn. I'm not sure he ever hit the ground. And Ginn off to the races. No one is going to catch Ted Ginn Jr. Now the question is that a touchdown? It is signaled a touchdown on the field.
Would have been a scoring
Great play.
So here you're going to see, watch the knee right there. So he's down, and they'll catch that on replay.
Is down by contact at the 31-yard line.
See, that explains the real slow.
2nd down and 10. Flag comes down right away. Oh no, I beg your pardon. And now it comes down.
Illegal block in the back, number 13 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 16 from the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Newton. Great protection. And it's intercepted on the tip ball. Trying to get to his feet is Alexander. And they're saying he dropped it. Alexander's already had 1 interception, which he returned for a touchdown this year against the Rams. And now Newton going to air it out, looking down the field to Corey Brown. And he goes up into the air and just wrestles that thing away. I think that's, no, they're saying interception, or are they?
Middle, Cam puts it up there to give him a chance, but Tandy gets underneath and
Good
wrestles
call.
it away.
B, who got possession
Review.
first?
The ruling on the field stands. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
And a first turnover today by the Panthers. It's an excellent play again by Tandy, whom we talked about earlier. And that'll be a gain of 3, almost 4 on 1st down for Peyton Barber. Saw Evan Smith at center. Now we see him at guard after the injury to Pan Field. They put it in the hands of Adam Humphries, who's had a real nice year. Fake it to Barber. And then drop it off to the tight end. Starting in place of Cameron Braid is Luke Stott. Put it in the hands again of Jeffries and looking for a block from Evans.
Easily got that in, got out. Used oxymoron.
Defender fell down in the first catch of the game for Freddie Martino, but nobody wanted him. He's had a chance this year with Tampa Bay, and although the catches have been few and far between, he's playing in the National Football League, right, Peter Schrager?
Okay, I know. All right, just check.
2nd down. Winston's going to run it. And very close to the 1st down marker. Needed to get to the 44-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Staying in the pocket and outliving the usefulness of the play, he went and gained what he could.
It's been a pretty successful play early on to Humphries. And that's a gain of 9 on 1st down. And playoffs when you're going to need your main backup guy. Rodgers on a 2nd down and a yard. Very close. We'll see where they spot it.
He's going to take him for better or for worse.
Look at this formation on 3rd and a foot. And they pick up the 1st down. Bradbury tried to drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but 1st down and 10 from the 32. Same play, and this time blown up is Humphries.
Like you don't get in a fight with a skunk in certain situations. Don't get in a fight with an offensive lineman as a DB.
Evans with a catch, but well short of a 1st down. Clock continues to run.
Man cover.
See if it pays off. They throw the jump ball and well covered by Bradbury on Evans. All right, 46-yard try by Aguayo. Good snap, good hold, and he hooked it wide left.
For this first one, or if they're just going to attack right away.
They're going to attack. First down, that'll be a gain of 8, almost 9 on the completion to Kelvin Benjamin.
Put them in a good play or correct his mistake on the sidelines.
That's the timeout.
Another completion of Benjamin. They'll spend a timeout here.
Season to get back to being the NFC South champs, which they have been the last 3 years.
Olsen going to sprint for the sideline. Steps out of bounds at the 44.
Improve and will improve if he commits to it.
Great protection again. That's a lazy throw there by Newton. And it's intercepted by Javian Elliott. So now third down and 4. And Newton's going to run it himself. Very close to the first down. Might be just short.
He's also got to drive the ball.
Yeah.
Cover.
Humphrey's going to bring it out of the own end zone. And look out. Humphrey still on his feet and caught from behind. And the Panthers scored a touchdown on their opening drive of the game. And not a single point scored ever since, despite 3 takeaways.
Into the offseason. Doesn't necessarily translate into next year, but you sure feel good about what you accomplished.
First down carry by Stewart up to the 28-yard line.
Point guard and distribute the ball underneath these zones. Like that.
Oh, Doctor. Tiptoeing along the sideline is Brent Grimes. Did he stay in bounds? One official looks at the other.
A little skip step. So Brent Grimes never got into a full back pedal and just drove on it.
Great point because of the speed.
It is confirmed that Grimes did not step out of bounds along the sideline. The difference between January this year and January last year for Newton individually, the Panthers collectively. Fozzie Whitaker bouncing off would-be tackling.
On the Panthers.
Stewart cuts it back to the inside, and that'll be a gain of 14 on first down for Jonathan Stewart.
This is his trademark.
Ryan Khalil, their 5-time Pro Bowl center, injured after the first 7 games.
The coordinator. Let's see if they want to press the run a little bit more than they did against Atlanta, and they appear to be trying to do so.
Whitaker giving Stewart a blow on a first down carry, second down carry.
More involved in their passing game going forward.
Another dangerous throw, and that was in Grimes' direction. This time he just bats it down in front of Benjamin.
This time he knocks it away.
Contact made with a punter, and there is no penalty. I think he was blocked into the punter. And that'll be down at the 11-yard line.
When nothing else matters.
Which Tampa Bay put itself in a tough spot. Hit as he throws is Winston. And the catch made up to the 15-yard line. All righty, Carissa, thank you very much. We'll certainly keep you up to date on what's going on there. Second down carry by Rodgers up to the 20 and brings up third down.
Nice play.
And that'll pick up a first down. Humphreys has been a very, very busy player today.
It's a row.
It's a great play. You don't have combination coverage.
8 catches, 71 yards now for Humphreys. Humphreys now 53 catches on the year.
Jameis first got to town, and they worked before and after practice together, too.
Jameis lofts it over the head of Russell Shepard.
But it's a combination coverage. You just switch like you do in basketball. And that's a lot of practice and reps. Nice.
What a throw. And incomplete.
Well.
That one is blasted by Anger, who's had an outstanding year. And they just gave him a... Back to the grindstone for many starting tomorrow. First down carry by Stewart up to the 20. But for Cam Newton to take the time during his holiday season as well, while he's back home seeing family and friends, to do that for that young man, God bless him. Good for him.
Thank you.
Producer Greg Scopatone, our director. And first down, look out here.
Touchdown.
With an angle, Tandy, as Ginn cuts it back the other way, and it was only that angle that saved a sure touchdown. Ben Ginn's been in the league now for 10 years. He passed up his final season at Ohio State as Newton hit as he threw. That was Noah Spence.
A double move out on number 24 for the Buccaneers.
That's Corey Brown. And he's inside the 40 down to the 36.
In these situations. It is.
And here they come to get Newton. And somehow he's able to get away and then throws it away.
A bit low to get it there from this distance.
Hit it pretty good. And it is good. How about that? By the Colts, who trail by 7 in the third against Jacksonville. And they need to win by the Titans, who lead the Texans by 7 in the third.
Special is he takes a 1-yard gain, and all of a sudden you look up, he's got 4 yards instead of the 1 yard.
Right. And we see the end of this run here. The reigning MVP came to start the year, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all breaks down.
But oh, by the way, Tom Brady has thrown 3 more touchdown passes today without an interception.
Just puts up the same numbers year in and year out.
Peyton Barber up to the 40-yard line, a gain of nearly 5 on first down after we gave you that update a moment ago. Jameis Winston throwing into tight coverage with an eye on Evans, and good coverage here by Bradbury. Well, they came back to that receiver screen again, or tried to anyway, to Humphries, but it's incomplete. And a fair catch by Ginn at the 14. Just to get it off ahead of the play clock expiring. And a throw to Ginn. And that is an interception by Chris Conti. No, they're saying it is not.
Fielding us a little bit.
It was an incomplete pass. After that ruling, delay of game, number 23 defense for throwing the ball after the play was over. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Sorry.
Jonathan Stewart trying to run it the other way, and look at Newton with a bad shoulder and all. 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage is putting on a block. And Newton is sacked back at the 8-yard line. Good coverage right there. A minute ago, you guys were talking about McCoy, but I want to go back to that block a minute ago by Cam Newton. Now, the easiest thing in the world to say, if he tears a labrum in his shoulder making that block and can't be ready to go next year, that's all everybody's talking about. But if he doesn't make the block, everybody's screaming and yelling because he didn't make the block.
Breeze getting his arm when he's in San Diego, or do you not? Remember the outcry then.
And that is Mario Addison.
And coming off of good momentum with a great defensive stand themselves.
And a fair catch at the 10-yard line. Now, the final game of the year.
KK short. They might have been clearing room to make sure they have a chance to bring him back.
Stuffed at the line of scrimmage is Stewart.
Rare for a guy in uniform.
Pump fake. And wide open is Corey Brown, and he's run out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Cam will be talking about it in the offseason.
Slant, and the catch is made by Demir Bird, his first catch up to the 43.
And then Griffin picked it up and carried it in.
I don't know if I've seen that in a long time. That is a really smart play. Well, that one's thrown into double coverage. Greg Olson's way. It's intercepted by Tandy. And he is dragged down and looking for a horse collar tackle on that. And here comes a flag on the final play of the agent.
After the interception, personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 84 of the passing team. That 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. First down. That's the end of the third quarter.
Down points in a tie ball game.
Cam Newton for the 9th time in his career has been intercepted 3 times or more in a game. Big carry for Rodgers. 17-yard carry by Rodgers. Gained a yard this time. Starlo Tulele on the stop.
Come on in, baby.
I don't know. That's tall cotton over there where Charles is. That's out of bounds inside the 20.
That guy, even though, as you said, Cross had done it in college.
Winston wisely holds on to the football there. Now, you don't want to take a sack.
With some jumping and movement, and both are going to point at each other.
Ball start, number 78, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Well, that's a veteran, Gosser Shirless.
Slower than normal.
43 to 48. That was a good snap, but it's blocked. And that is Shaq Thompson with a football in hand. And Anger able to run him out of bounds.
Knocks that one away.
You only wondered that penalty, the difference between 43 and 48.
And that means you kick it a little bit lower because you're driving it farther.
Or you got to hold stronger and tighter.
So now it's Carolina's turn to try and take advantage of great field position. He only points off turnovers, the other 4 turnovers in this game. Boy, how did he find a way to get that ball to Benjamin in tight coverage there? Colbert with a handoff. Well, that's like trying to tackle a bowling ball. Interesting formation here. They've got Ginn in the backfield. They give it to Tolbert. And he cuts it back through the middle, still on his feet.
About Tolbert, Patrick DeMarco at Atlanta, we thought merited some conversation too at fullback.
Stewart just lunges forward to get back to the line of scrimmage. Speaking of Noah Smith, take the lead. They give it to Stewart. Runs through a tackle. And then is dropped at the 14-yard line. Third down, Newton steps up, now rolls left, flag down. Newton's going to run it. He'll dive ahead for a first down inside the 5, but again, we wait on the penalty.
I think Mike Remmers.
Number 74 offense, 10-yard penalty, third down.
After the penalty. Right now, they'd be looking at a 41-yard field goal. It'll be closer than that after the carry by Tolbert. Gets into the 18.
Not with you all year. Get smarter.
And he missed it. Can you believe that?
Same field house.
Exactly right for the legendary Ruby Hoosier. All right on first down. Nice pickup. Shepard is shaken up.
That way you're also holding guys on the field for Carolina. Not able to change out personnel.
20-yard pass play to Shepard, and now a 1-yard run by Rodgers.
They can put them in the lead late in a game that they have to have.
And again, a repeat, there are 3 teams in the early games. As that's a completion. Good for Evans to the 38-yard line.
Mike Evans caught a lot of them. Look him up.
They hand it to Rodgers. And he picks up a yard, leading big over Houston. And Dallas trailing by 4 to Philly. That's Shepard. And he knifes through to the 28-yard line to get a first down. Now the clock at 3:30. Winston, safe throw, finds Humphries. Along the sidelines, run out of bounds. Oh, in the air, and it's incomplete, and very fortunate there for Winston. That was an unnecessary throw. Second down and goal. And Winston throws, and that is a touchdown for Evans.
Prior to the pass, holding number 23 defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
But no, he knows exactly where he is, delivers the ball before he crosses the line of scrimmage with the eyes staying downfield, and Mike Evans continuing to do work.
And look at Evans, just
strength, right?
Size and physicality.
Important extra point here. That snap.
And the point after is good. Set by Josh Freeman. Jameer Bird to bring it out of the end zone. And he's across the 20 and right at the 25-yard line. Area today. Very hot down in that bowl. As Newton, good protection down the field. Look at the big fella go get it, Benjamin. And all the way to the 29-yard line.
Short and air drop allowed Benjamin free over the middle.
Whitaker still on his feet. Running hard to the 19-yard line.
This is coming up. Big game, a big drive for Cam Newton.
Newton's been intercepted 3 times, but throws to the end zone, and it's batted away. Excellent coverage by Brent Grimes. With 2, Carolina needing the touchdown to tie it. They give it to Whitaker, and he is denied the first down mark. Well, he delayed a little bit there as if waiting for a block. They're going to throw it. And that is very close. It looks like Olsen has enough for a first down by about a half a yard. Had an eye on Tolbert, but excellent coverage by Alexander at the 10-yard line.
Defending that end line. I like it. Play soft, keep it in front.
Pump fake. Now looking for Burson. And again, boy, you're sniffing some action against Brent Grimes. Knocked down to 1. They may not get it off after a timeout. They just do. Well, you got to wonder what in the world is going on with Carolina. Seconds were left in the game to call another timeout. And now it's 4th down and 12. And Newton throws, and that is a first down to Benjamin at the 5, but they're out of timeouts.
Body across the middle.
Jump ball. And it is a touchdown to Kelvin Benjamin. So after all of that, they get into the end zone.
Everyone thinks of what? Fade ball or maybe back shoulder. All this was boxing out like it was basketball. Kelvin Benjamin.
Now Benjamin to get back into the game after the touchdown. So going for the win. And it's incomplete. It looked like Lawson went for the cut and lost his footing.
Supposed to block.
There we go. They come the other way. And it hit a Tampa Bay player. That is a live ball. And it looked like the Buccaneers covered it up.
Cameron Lynch.
Have to. And I thought the last drive they got him a touchdown, save for 1 play. Jameis Winston grew up as a quarterback. Save that 1 play. He should not have thrown the ball. The rest of it, I thought he was terrific on that drive to give him the go-ahead score.
Well, fellas, it's been awesome being with you guys all season long. God bless you. Safe travels home.